Hey guys, it is Thursday, December 12th. Bitcoin's back above 100,000 at 100,300. And this episode is going to be about the four catalysts for Bitcoin price appreciation in 2025. And we're going to rank them. We're going to talk about those four, and we're going to sort of see which ones we think are the most important. Okay. As usual, I want you to go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube if you're not watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, great. And check out my Twitter. Also, of course, if you're on YouTube, I'm Dot Kruger on Twitter, and there's a subscriber version for $1 a month. You can do it. That would be great. Anyways, let's get to this episode. Yeah, so I put a tweet out, and I basically put a poll. And the poll is, what is the biggest catalyst going to be in 2025, right? So we're coming up on the end of the 2024. It's been an amazing year. We're up 150% almost, So it's basically we've done amazing, right? So, $100 would be now $250,000. $100,000 would be $250,000. I mean, we've done great. So what does 2025 look like? Now, I asked the question, what are the biggest catalysts? And the four biggest ones that people talk about are, number one, the strategic reserve. So the fact that the U.S. might do a strategic reserve and start hoarding Bitcoins, and sort of a follow-on to that is, what if other countries do kind of match us or maybe even preempt us with a strategic reserve? The second one is big corporates buying, like Amazon or Apple or Microsoft. The third one is just MicroStrategy, which, did this enormous buy in November. It just seems to have found real product market fit for its, stock and convertible debt offerings. And the fourth is the ETFs and kind of the rollout towards place. So let's take each one of them in turn. Let's start with the strategic reserve. So Trump has come out, and when I was in Nashville, we were in the same room with Trump. He came out and he basically told us, yes, you're getting a strategic reserve. Cynthia Loomis, Senator Loomis from Wyoming, also said, yes, you are getting a strategic reserve. And the question is, what does that mean? Well, I think at a minimum, it means that we've got something called a strategic reserve with some of the Bitcoins that we currently have, and we're just moving them over to that strategic reserve. I think that can be done with pretty high probability. I don't think it's going to ruffle too many feathers, and I think they can just executive order the thing into existence. Much more difficult is this Loomis proposal to start selling gold and buying the Bitcoin with it. I think we're going to be met with a lot of pushback from Democrats on that. We've already seen MSNBC come out on a smear campaign against Bitcoiners about, like, how dare you kind of try to sell our gold and buy Bitcoin with, whatever. But I personally think we probably are going to get the sort of light version of this. I would love if we could get the full Loomis version, but I think the odds are not better than 50-50 on that one. So I'm hopeful, but I don't think it's 60%, as this poll would indicate. Second thing is we have big corporate buying. Well, we had Michael Saylor give a presentation to Microsoft. They voted. 99% of the shares voted in favor of not even studying whether we should put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. So, I think big corporates are not going to be this year going to be doing the MicroStrategy playbook. Companies like Riot or Marathon, these miners, sure, yeah. Smaller companies like Selmer Scientific, sure. But I don't think we're going to see massive, big corporate buying yet. It doesn't feel like that, at least right now. Now, we could be wrong, but that's where it is. Third thing is MicroStrategy. Well, MicroStrategy's been on a tear in terms of selling stock, selling convertible bonds, and really buying an enormous amount of Bitcoin, even more in November than the ETFs bought. So, that's sort of number 3. I think it's not going to be the main driver. I would say it's probably going to be the 4th one, which is the ETFs. Like the ETFs had a great year last year, but I continue to believe you ain't seen nothing yet. I mean, we are just in the first inning. Many of the firms that could be selling these ETFs aggressively, like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, are still not on board the ETF train. The advisors are still not on board. This is really, and I'd say the retail investors are really just now that we have a new president-elect and that the 100,000 barrier has been breached. I think 2025 is all going to be about advisors and traditional finance investors adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. So those are the 4 things. If I had to rank them, I'd say ETFs number 1, MicroStrategy number 2, strategic reserve number 3, and big corporate buying number 4. That's what I got today. If you like my content, please share. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you online. And by the way, I just want to say, I really appreciate all your interactions. I love seeing you guys in person. If you come to, I'm often at these Swan events. I'm friends with the Swan guys. We had the Bitcoin First event. It was fantastic. But yeah, I'm definitely thrilled that you're paying any attention to me at all, and I love it when you comment. So comment. I'll try to answer comments to the extent that I have anything intelligent to add to the debate. And join our spaces. So we have these spaces, and Wayne Vaughn and we started this Bitcoin First Spaces, and we've really expanded them. And today there's one that's been going on. I swear this space has been going 7-8 hours. No, actually even more. This space started at 8 a.m. today. It is now 4 p.m. This thing has gone on for 8.5 hours. It's just like a monster space. So, just check out Bitcoin First and see kind of these spaces. And, I think these spaces are pretty amazing. And, if you want to speak, that's your chance. Just speak, bring stuff up. We're always looking for new speakers. So hope that helps, and we'll catch you online. And thanks for subscribing. Thank you. Bye.